A diet of nutritious foods along with plenty of water is the foundation for good health and well-being. People living with Parkinson's disease can struggle to maintain much-needed nutritional support due to the nature of this disease. As a frontline caregiver, it's very important to be aware of nutritional recommendations for each resident and also understand the problems with swallowing that can occur during meals. Upon intake to a skilled nursing facility, an on-staff dietitian and a speech-language pathologist, known as an SLP, should conduct an evaluation and provide notes on the proper nutritional and dietary needs for a person with Parkinson's. Your direct relationship with each resident affords you the opportunity to help them eat well while remaining safe. Start by talking to them and their family members if possible in order to find out what foods they like and dislike. Take time to discover if there are any foods they can't tolerate and need to avoid due to allergies, digestive issues, chewing, or swallowing difficulties. Here are some diet-related questions you can ask during that initial discussion. What foods do you enjoy eating? Are there any foods you dislike or avoid? Do you have any special dietary needs? Get specific and take notes. If it's not already in their chart, share this information with the others on staff. The goal is to keep your Parkinson's resident functioning at their best. Now that you have input from the resident, here is a general overview of recommended foods that a person with Parkinson's should eat. Consuming a variety of healthy foods that contain plenty of whole grain products, vegetables, and fruits provides energy, protein, vitamins, minerals, and fiber needed for maintaining optimal health. These foods should be encouraged during mealtime before offering sweets and desserts. This can prevent an individual from becoming full early on in the meal. While eating is usually an enjoyable activity, for Parkinson's residents it can be stressful, difficult, and potentially dangerous. If your resident is living in an extended care facility, an SLP's assessment will determine the person's ability to feed themselves and ability to swallow food safely. If residing in an assisted living community, you may not have access to an SLP. If you notice any difficulties eating, contact the individual's healthcare provider. Let's go over 3 key items related to mealtime. First, it's always better if residents feed themselves in order to reduce the risk of choking, but even that can vary from day to day with someone who has Parkinson's. Be aware that the ability to chew and swallow will likely change as Parkinson's progresses. Communicate any noticeable changes in chewing and swallowing, such as coughing, gurgling, drooling, taking longer than usual to eat, eating less than usual, or an inability to clear food from the mouth between bites. Second, while eating, food can get stuck in the resident's cheek. This is called pocketing. If you suspect this is happening, ask the resident to open their mouth to see if any food remains in their cheek. And third, be aware that food or liquids can go down the airway into the lungs. This is known as aspiration. Aspiration can lead to pneumonia, the #1 cause of death in Parkinson's residents. Aspiration does not always cause coughing to occur. Parkinson's residents can experience what's known as silent aspiration, a situation where food and liquids are in the lungs, but there is no cough. If you don't know or perhaps suspect this is happening, ask the resident to cough. This will bring up food they may not sense is in their airway or lungs. Make sure they are seated in an upright position before starting to eat and for at least 30 minutes after they finish eating. This can reduce the chance of aspiration. If you're not sure whether a resident needs help with mealtime, when in doubt, always refer back to the SLP swallowing strategies found in your resident's chart. Or if you work in an assisted living community, contact the healthcare provider. Anticipate that people with Parkinson's may not eat as fast as other residents. If this causes food to get cold, offer to reheat it so it will be more palatable. Residents of extended care facilities are 4 times more likely to lose weight, so it's important that there be flexibility to allow for the most optimum conditions when it comes to getting their nutritional needs met. As a caregiver, you are encouraged to stay with your resident until they are full or don't want to eat anymore. In addition, Parkinson's residents may have motor difficulties when trying to eat. Don't hesitate to assist them with opening food and beverage containers and cutting up their food. they may benefit from using adaptive utensils or plates with higher rims. Consult with your on-staff occupational therapist or healthcare provider if you notice a resident is having difficulty using utensils. It's a good idea to ask how a person is feeling before and after a meal. If you notice they're not eating some or all of what's being served, it could be a sign they have other symptoms, such as nausea, constipation, gas, bloating, pain, loss of appetite, or feeling full after eating less than a full meal. Note their response to your questions in the chart and be sure to bring it to the attention of the facility dietitian, SLP, or doctor for follow-up action. Knowing the nutritional requirements such as kcal, protein, and fluid needs can go a long way in improving the quality of life for a Parkinson's resident. This should be something that is reevaluated on a regular basis by the facility dietitian, SLP, and doctor. Reviewing your resident's file on a regular basis will keep you up to date and aware of the most current recommendations. Other reasons why a resident may not have an interest in eating enough can include difficulty swallowing due to weakened muscular control of the throat, side effects from medications causing nausea and dryness of the mouth, tremor that interferes with holding a utensil or being able to get food into their mouth, and depression or anxiety. If this happens, provide a meal an hour later when your resident is in a more relaxed state. Be flexible and don't have set times for meals. Keep an eye out for any and all of these situations in order to ensure that the Parkinson's resident's nutritional needs are being met. Also, look out for symptoms of dehydration. Parkinson's medicines can raise dehydration risk, which can lead to confusion, weakness, balance problems, respiratory failure, kidney problems, and even death. Encourage your resident to drink 8 8-ounce glasses of fluid daily to stay hydrated. Dehydration can also lead to low blood pressure or orthostatic hypotension, a condition that occurs causing the resident to faint. Anytime a fall occurs, there is an increased risk of breaking a bone. Nutrition plays an important role in fighting constipation, a common problem for people living with Parkinson's. This condition can be managed with lifestyle changes such as adding extra fiber to the diet or medical treatment. Consult with a facility dietitian or doctor for treatment solutions to this problem. It all comes down to awareness. Review the recommendations in your resident's chart daily and apply them. Keep a keen eye out for any difficulties related to nutrition and swallowing. Supporting the nutritional needs can be as simple as making the environment where meals are served more inviting and enjoyable. Improving the lives of the people relying on your care requires attention, compassion, and skill. When caring for a person living with Parkinson's, know that your efforts will make a big difference and maybe even save a life.